most all of the graffiti you see in Peru is done by politicians advertising for themselves. Every building in every town is painted with the emblems of different politicians vying for attention because they bribe the people with money. If you paint their logo on your house and they win, you get a little paycheck afterward.
Or they give you food. They bring a ton of food, and the woman we were camping with, she told us that if the politician loses, they've got like a ton of food all ready for when they win to give to the pueblo, and they literally throw it out. There was tons of wasted food in a nearby river. We thought it was bad in the US, which it is, but it's pretty fucking bad down here.
Once we'd burned through all of our nice cheap Ecuadorian gas, we needed to buy some Peruvian gas.
Shitty gas in Peru. They have like 84 octane, so now we're on the side of the road. My bike doesn't want to run. So we're taking the gas out, and we're hopefully going to get better gas. We're likely going to clean the carburetor. Hooray! Carburetor cleaning.
Luckily, we found a guy on the side of this very tiny pueblo that happened to have a compressor, which made the whole thing a lot better. And we fixed it.
Back on the road, it was extremely windy and sand everywhere. Just dunes all on the side of the road. In some areas really beautiful, in some areas just the roads were lined with garbage and sand. Andrea's raining in the desert.
It was really neat riding through so many sand dunes in this incredible desert environment because we're both reading the Dune books right now. And there's something awesome about reading something when you're in a very similar environment. The winds were punishing and terrible. It's a long way, just day after day of riding down straight carreteras with giant trucks and punishing winds. And every time you try to pass a truck, the wind stops for a second, and then right as you creep out in front of it, it just hits you in the side really hard. One interesting thing in Peru is the toll roads. Almost all of them have been abandoned, and there's just a sign that says Libre, free road, and everyone just goes through the tolls free. We did hit a couple tolls that were actually stopping cars, but all of them are free for motorcycles. You just go to the far lane on the right and go on through.
Now it's Becky's bike's turn to shit itself from the crap gas, and we were just on the side of the windy road, and she'd be riding in front of me and all of a sudden slow down and pull over, and I'd be like, what happened? Like, yep, my bike quit. So we thought it was the gas. We were really hoping to just drain the float bowl of the carburetor and open the petcock of the gas tank, and just if there was water in it or something. Water is heavier than gas. So hooked up the fuel line again, bike started up without too much disagreement, and we were down the road. Another 10 minutes or so, I see Becky pulling over again.
Gas is not coming out despite being on, and lots of gas is in my tank, so the filter's clogging.
Realized her breather hose on her gas tank was totally pinched and constricted by her tank bag. The last time we fueled up, we must have kind of not noticed that. So it was creating a vacuum and not allowing the gas to dump into the car.
We're just really happy we didn't have to clean another carburetor, especially on the side of a sandy, windy road.
Yeah, no compressors in sight, fucking no one. Anyway, we figured it out, kind of a stupid little issue, but fortunately we're used to handling kind of stuff. A little while down the road, we stopped to take a break, and we're kind of inspecting the bikes, and noticed that the bolt that holds on Becky's Kickstarter had rattled its way loose. But it was nothing a little bit of ghetto zip tying couldn't handle. We also noticed that the R-clip that holds Becky's axle nut in place had gone on an adventure of its own, and we found a rusty nail and jammed it through the little hole in the axle and wrapped it up tightly with some wire, so hopefully her wheel doesn't fall off now. It's got to be like a little farther back.
It's also like on a slope, so also all these rocks are really uneven.
I know, I was looking at that. The poo is like in the best place.
You just like build this up a little. We're very professional. Like an actual tripod would probably help. You're recording right now.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I don't think we have any videos of us like playing on the exercise equipment though. That's pretty funny.
We do. It's kind of scandalous though. It looks really weird. It looks like humping. I feel weird about it. Like, I don't want to put it in.
What's like on a weird fuck?